She was running out of time. And she knew it.
She crossed 4 miles of open savanna ford, bleeding, exhausted, with her last cub dying in her jaws. She didn't come to the camp by accident. James Carter pressed his hands on that tiny chest and felt nothing. No heartbeat. No breath. The clock said 6 minutes. The mother paced around him, growling low. His colleagues screamed at him to move back. He didn't, because he understood something none understand what happened that evening. Cleve, you need to go back 18 hours. To a morning that felt like any other morning in the Mara. But he stayed. Because out here, in the wild, surrounded by creatures who didn't know grief or regret,
her name in the Rangers' records watched cheetahs in the Mara.
He had a special connection with Amara. He spent 3 nights treating her. She never ran from him. Not once. His colleagues said it was just instinct fruit, that cheetahs are too exhausted sometimes to fight. James never asked.
Before all of this, the worst night of Amara's life, a pack of spotted hyenas had found her den.
She saved one. Only one. Kesi, the smallest, the weakest of the 3. But Kesi had been bitten, and the bite was deep.
By mid-morning, Kesi could no longer stand. Amara licked his wounds for hours.
She carried him 4 miles, in the heat of the Kenyan afternoon, past lion territory, past the dry river.
James, you need to come outside, right now, please.
Don't. Then he walked toward her, hands open, head low. Slow. Steady. Without fear.
On the ground at his feet, and stepped back, like she was saying, Tuck, I have done everything I can. Now it's your turn.
Medical kit. NOW.
James placed the stethoscope on Kesi's tiny chest. Silence. He tried chest compressions, 2 fingers, gentle but firm.
James, she's going to attack you. Please step back. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The whole camp stopped. Nobody had ever seen anything like this. A cheetah, one of Africa's most anxious wildly. Minute 3. James tilted the cub's head back and gave 2 careful rescue breaths. He heard Amara stop circling. He felt her breath on the back of his neck. And it felt like permission to keep going. Checked for pulse. Nothing. He looked at his watch, 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. He thought of Sophie, and he pressed harder. 47 seconds. Hassan looked away. The camp cook crossed himself. The savanna wind died completely.
Kesi breathed.
A heartbeat. Faint, irregular, but real. James pulled the stethoscope from his ears and let out a sound that wasn't a word.
That was when Amara did something that stopped everyone cold. She pressed her forehead against James's knee. Just for a second.
Kesi 14. Amara. Treated and released. The same week Sophie died. She had been watching him just as he had been watching her.
She had remembered him. A cheetah, with a brain the size of a human fist, had held the memory of one man's kindness.
The golden hour is a time of transition on the Serengeti. For these magnificent predators, it is a time of patient waiting.
We talk about the wild as if it is something separate from us, as if the fence between civilization and nature is real and permanent. But sometimes, in the moments that matter most, something crosses that fence and reminds us the capacity for love, for memory, for trust does not belong to humanity alone. It belongs to life itself. James Carter stayed in Kenya. He is still there. And somewhere out on the Mara, Kesi 14 is still running, still raising her son, still carrying in some part of her. Scientists say it's not possible to know. The memory of a cold floor, a pair of human hands, and the night her world was saved by a man who refused to give up. They say the wild is indifferent, That nature has no memory, no loyalty, no love. But Amara walked 4 miles through open ground, bleeding, exhausted, with her last cub dying, to the door of the one being who had once shown her kindness. You decide what that means. If this story reached something in you, share it, because somewhere out there, another Amara is walking towards someone's door, and that someone needs to be ready.